Hello guys, Croft is here. Today we'll be discussing two really exciting details from the Alien Romulus trailer that suggest the involvement of engineers or space jockeys in the plot. I have already broken down the entire trailer in my other video, so definitely check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But upon further analysis of the trailer, I discovered two additional significant details. The first directly references David, suggesting that he completed his Xenomorph design, culminating in an alien queen. And the second detail indicates some form of direct involvement of the engineers in the plot. On the surface, the trailer suggests that Alien Romulus is a soft reboot situated in the Alien timeline, but seemingly unconnected to Prometheus and Alien Covenant. However, these two details indicate the complete opposite. So let's start with the connection to David's storyline, followed by the detail that points to the presence of the engineers in the film. The connection between Alien Romulus and David is not immediately obvious because it requires watching the Blu-ray deleted scene to catch it. In this deleted scene from Alien Covenant, David mentions that the engineers had banished the wolf, referring to the Xenomorph or its predecessor. It's crucial to analyze exactly what David said because it directly references what we see in the Alien Romulus trailer. In this deleted scene on his way to the engineer homeworld, David sends a transmission to Weyland-Yutani talking about how he was able to revive the Xenomorph from what the engineers left on Planet 4. He said there was so much potential for this world, wasted by the gods who feared their own might. They convinced themselves that sacrifice cleansed them of their sin. But in the end, they were like me, creators, beings that understood that you must give life to both the wolf and the lamb. But then they tried to banish the wolves and undo their creation.
But then they tried to banish the wolves and undo their creation.
So I took their secrets for myself. This primordial ooze, ripe with advanced nanoparticles, generates a unique reaction to every genome it encounters. It took years, but I finally found my wolf. And now I have my flock of lambs too.
But I finally found my wolf. And now I have my flock of lambs too.
From what David said, we can deduce that Planet 4 had been inhabited by Xenomorph-like beings long before his arrival. These could have been deacons like the ones seen in Prometheus or other aggressive creatures. But what's really important is that David referred to Xenomorphs as wolves. While saying, "I have finally found my wolf," there is a shot of eggs that David created, further confirming the idea that he refers to Xenomorphs as wolves. The really fascinating thing is that we see a wolf on the door to the Romulus lab in the trailer, directly referencing David's research. This deleted scene where David talks about reviving the Xenomorph and referencing it as a wolf is a report to Weyland-Yutani, where he outlines all of his research. And at the end of the scene, he signs off and sends the message to the company. The name itself, Romulus, is a part of the creation myth of Rome. According to the myth, twins Romulus and Remus were fed by a wolf when they were abandoned. Fede Alvarez, the director of Alien Romulus, explained in one of the interviews that the space station that we see in the trailer is divided into two parts, Remus and Romulus, with Romulus being a Weyland-Yutani lab where most likely Xenomorph experiments took place. So this connection between David's transmission to Weyland-Yutani about the wolf referring to the Xenomorph, the name of the movie Romulus, and the picture of a wolf on the Weyland-Yutani lab suggests that David played a huge role in what is happening in this new Alien movie. We may not only get references to David's research, but we may also get some direct information about him, whether he reached the engineer homeworld where he was headed at the end of Covenant, or if he was redirected to another space station to finish his experiments. In overall, the image of a wolf and the name of the movie itself, Romulus, directly reference David's message to Weyland-Yutani in the deleted scene, indicating that David's research played a significant role in what we see on the screen. It's highly likely that, based on David's research, the company managed to reverse engineer or create xenomorphs. However, the black goo is a crucial ingredient for that procedure. Therefore, the black goo might also be involved in the plot, especially based on the shot with syringes in a container that an android Andy was carrying. These syringes might contain the black goo, which could be even more valuable than the xenomorph itself. Not only does it contain the xenomorph DNA, but it's also a powerful and unpredictable mutagen capable of creating diverse life forms with unique properties. It's good that the trailer doesn't give away any major plot points. However, from these details, I think there will be more references and connections to Prometheus and Alien Covenant than we expect. At the end of Alien Covenant, David had 2 xenomorph embryos and he was heading to the engineer homeworld. Which brings us to the next point, the connection to the engineers. There is one subtle detail in the trailer that directly connects the movie to the engineers, which may not be so obvious. This detail is the blue mist in the Xenomorph hive on the Romulus station. The only other time we see this mist is in the Juggernaut ship where the Space Jockey was found. There are many theories about the origin and the purpose of the blue mist, from a movement detection system to something that the eggs produce themselves. However, the blue mist is inherently connected to the engineers as it is only seen in the crashed Juggernaut right below the Space Jockey pilot. We don't see the blue mist anywhere near alien eggs in Aliens of 1986 or Alien Resurrection, nor in any other Alien movie. Therefore, the fact that we're seeing the blue mist again strongly indicates that the engineers or space jockeys are somehow involved in the plot. The blue mist was only seen on the engineer's ship in the first Alien movie, so it is actually more associated with the engineers than the eggs. Therefore, the return of the blue mist in the Xenomorph hive indicates that the engineers or their technology could be involved in the plot. Combining this with the fact that David seems to be connected to the Romulus lab, we might get some references about the engineer homeworld where he was headed. In the same deleted scene, David says that he has only one thing to perfect, my queen, while the video transmission shows Daniels, who could be his next experimental subject, just like Shaw was. It's highly likely that David managed to engineer a queen, as the trailer includes a shot of small xenomorph limbs, the same ones that queens possess. Additionally, there is another shot of something emerging from what seems to be a xenomorph head. Although it's hard to identify exactly what it is, it could depict the birthing process of a queen. A similar scene is present in AVP game where a Specimen 6 Praetorian xenomorph morphs into a queen. Although I did not particularly like the idea of David creating the xenomorph species, it appears to be the narrative that Alien Romulus and other Alien movies will explore even further. On one hand, I wish the xenomorph to be a mysterious and horrific organism similar to something from the Lovecraft universe. On the other hand, it's interesting that an evil corporate AI like David was involved in the creation of the most dangerous life form in the universe. In overall, these details in the Alien Romulus trailer reveal some intriguing hints about the plot. The references to David's storyline and the blue mist strongly suggest that the engineers or space jockeys will play a significant role. On the other hand, I might be overanalyzing these details and these theories could be incorrect. But I don't think the image of a wolf and the presence of the blue mist are just coincidences. While the trailer doesn't reveal any major plot points, we can expect a deeper connection to Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts about these connections to engineers and David. Also, consider contributing on Patreon if you want to help me make more videos like this one, and special thank you to those who already joined. Like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more content. My name is Croft and I'll see you in the next video.